Welcome to today's online session. Today we are going to discuss outsourcing and World Trade Organization as a part of economic reforms since 1991. Earlier we have done liberalization, privatization, the two economic measures, and these two measures resulted in globalization. And due to globalization, why this globalization happened? That the agency helped it, that was known as World Trade Organization. And this globalization led to outsourcing. What is outsourcing for a common people? For a general man? Outsourcing means you're hiring your business not from your country, from your company, but outside world. So if a technically word we say, it means contracting out some of its activities to the third party which were earlier performed by the organization. Earlier they were doing inside their country, but now they are hiring from some other party, not in their own organization. That third party can be from their domestic country or from outside their domestic economy. So that is what outsourcing. So many companies outsource their so many other articles which they are using, or designs, or the packaging, or the this marketing from outside agencies on contractual basis. India is becoming a favored destination for outsourcing. Reason is India is a country which is having a huge youth. Number of youth is quite high and they are quite talented also. And above they are English spoken. Due to that, a large pool of skilled young workers in India, and above all at a low rate. That is why India is favored destination for outsourcing. Instead of this also, this globalization led to this growth of IT industry. And this IT industry, Indian youth ki ek, you can say, is a priority, or they are fascinated for the IT industry. And IITs and engineer, the number of students is quite high in India, and due to that, this skilled labor is helping to become India a favored destination for outsourcing. So that is why our industry is competing with the rest of the world. So India is giving outsourcing on some services like voice-based business profession like BPO. You have heard about the call centers, right? Then record keeping, accountancy, banking service, music, recording, film editing, then print media ke andar designing of that any magazine or newspaper or some cloth, accessories, then gems and jewelry designing, then books, book transcription, उसकी जो change होती है, like उसकी language change होती है, then clinical advice also. Medical tourism is quite high in India, and that is why people outsource from them. So India is becoming a favored destination for outsourcing due to this. GDP is rising because we are getting a foreign exchange. When we provide services to them, they pay for that. And this led to, because in the last 10 to 15 years, due to economic and political stability in our country, we have emerged as an important outsourcing destination. And this has created not only employment for the young persons, but earn foreign exchange and raise the GDP of our country. So outsourcing, India, why this India become outsourcing? Because India has important destination and growth of fast mode of communication, IT industry in India, modern telecommunication link, and availability of skilled youth labor. So that is why outsourcing is helping India. And if you have heard about the news in the last few years, like so many American companies were already outsourcing so much data or the people hiring from India. But after the Trump government, there are certain changes in their outsourcing policy, and because it is a pressure from their domestic economy. The reason is that whatever they are paying there in their own country, the cost of that same service is 3 to 4 times less in our country. they might be paying $20,000, but if the same thing they can get at 1 lakh or below 60 to 70,000 in India, so their cost is reduced. So due to that, they are favoring India. But who's leading this international trade? Who's leading this globalization? ये सब कौन कर रहा है? The organization behind is known as World Trade Organization. Before World Trade Organization, there was GATT, that is General Agreement for Trade and Tariff, right? GATT, that is General Agreement for Trade and Tariff. That was CITLM is an organization which was formed in 1948 with only 23 countries. But WTO is a successor of GATT. It was formed in 1995, and right now there are 164 countries, and India is one of the leading country in the WTO, because to make the globalization more fair and become the voice leader among the developing country, India is an important member of WTO. So this world organization is a successor of GATT, which was established in 1948, and WTO was established in 1995. It's located in Geneva in Switzerland, and right now 164 countries are its member. So what does WTO do? What is the main reason and why it was established? This was established to have a look at the general trade of goods as well as services across the border, that is the international trade. So at the next is present 164 members are there. This WTO facilitates bilateral and multilateral trade through tariffs and non-tariff barriers. Facilitate bilateral and multilateral trade along with the tariffs and non-tariff barrier. Now the point is, what is bilateral trade? क्या होता है bilateral trade? जो trade agreement is only between two countries, that is known as bilateral trade. And when the trade agreement of one country is with many countries, that is known as multilateral trade. Between the two countries, trade agreement is bilateral, and between the many countries, that trade agreement is known as the multilateral. Now the question is, what is tariff and non-tariff barrier? So tariff is a tax. Tariff is levying a tax or imposing an import duty on the products that move across the border. So tariff is a tax which is based on your imports or import duty. But non-tariff barriers are the other restrictions, the quantitative restrictions which are employed on the imports, like fixing quota or the number of goods, the quantity and the volume or the composition of goods, that is related to non-tax barriers. So this is what WTO is doing. It's facilitating multilateral and bilateral trade through tariff and non-tariff barriers. Next, it is establishing a regime, a rule-based regime. All the countries have to follow certain set of conditions while doing trade with the other countries. एक country दूसरे को exploit नहीं कर सकता कि we are better off, हमारी cost कम है, तो आप उसके accordingly हमें जो मर्जी चीज़ें supply कर दो, जैसे मर्जी supply कर दो. So it has certain rule-based regime कि international trade should be done according to code and conduct. Next, it enlarged production as well as trade of services. चीज़ों की production, number of quantity, because when you are not selling your good globally, you are also producing your goods globally. Trade means you are selling your goods globally, but this due to trade there is a production of goods globally, so it enhances both production as well as the trade of services also. Services, goods तो है ही है, services like techno आ रहे हैं, देन आईटी वाले इंजीनियर्स आ रहे हैं, डॉक्टर्स जा रहे हैं, प्लम्बर है, और जितने टेक्नीशियंस हैं दे आर ऑल्सो मूविंग फ्रॉम वन कंट्री टू द अनदर, डिजाइनर्स हैं. Then it ensures optimum utilization of the world resources. कि all over world, every country has some certain set of resources. Some is better in some one, like fossil fuel is available in some countries which is not available in other countries. Same way कुछ crops, कुछ चीज़ें जो एक country में हैं बाकियों में नहीं है. So उसका flora and fauna and environment, इन सब चीज़ों के रिगार्डिंग WTO इनके रूल सेट करता है कि ट्रेड का मतलब ये नहीं है कि वॉट एवर द रिसोर्सेज यू हैव यू कैन यूज इट विदाउट थिंकिंग अबाउट द एनवायरनमेंट और अदर थिंग्स. सो दिस वे WTO सेट्स द रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस फॉर द ऑप्टिमम यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड रिसोर्सेज. इट ऑल्सो प्रोटेक्ट द एनवायरनमेंट. जो चीज़ें एनवायरनमेंट को सेफ गार्ड नहीं करती, जहाँ पे कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम थ्रेट आ जाती है कोई इंडस्ट्री लगाने से या कुछ और, तो उन चीज़ों को भी WTO चेक करता है. सो WTO का देयर इज अ मेंबर एग्रीमेंट ट्रेड अमंग द मेंबर्स, इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड, इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टी, एंड दिस ट्रेड देयर आर सम क्वेश्चंस ऑन इंडिया कि इंडिया शुड बी अ मेंबर ऑफ WTO और नॉट, कि WTO फेयर ग्लोबलाइजेशन नहीं कर रहा, फेयर ट्रेड नहीं कर रहा. WTO वो पॉलिसीज बना रहा है जो डेवलप कंट्री को फेवर करती है, डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज को नहीं करती. उनके एग्रीमेंट इज ऑलवेज रिलाइड टुवर्ड द डेवलप कंट्री, उनकी फेवर करते हैं, डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज के बारे में नहीं सोचते. बिकॉज जितना जो मेजर चंक ऑफ इंटरनेशनल ट्रेड है दैट इज बिटवीन द डेवलप्ड नेशन. सेकेंड, डेवलपिंग कंट्रीज को चीट किया जाता है मार्केट के अकॉर्डिंगली कि डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज डेवलपिंग कंट्री की मार्केट में तो आ जाते हैं, उनकी मार्केट तो कैप्चर कर देते हैं, बट अपनी कंपनी मार्केट में उन लोगों को एंट्री जल्दी से नहीं देते. लाइक इंडिया में अगर कोई अमेरिकन फर्म अपनी चीज़ें सेल करती है तो बहुत सारी चीज़ें दे आर एबल टू सेल, और अगर इंडियन एक्सपोर्टर वहाँ जाना चाहे तो ही हैज़ टू मेंटेन देयर स्टैंडर्ड्स and they can reject your shipment or reject your order anytime on certain issues. So वो चीज़ें पे WT is not able, it's more favored towards the developed countries. Same way there is regarding agriculture products कि WTO is saying कि जो farmers हैं developing countries पे उनको ज़्यादा सब्सिडीज नहीं देनी चाहिए, उनको ज़्यादा फेवर नहीं करना चाहिए. So the developed countries can also sell their agriculture products in the developing countries, but on the other hand all the developed countries are giving subsidies, दे रहे हैं वो बहुत ज़्यादा अपने फार्मर्स को सेफ गार्ड करने के लिए, उनके इंटरेस्ट सेफ गार्ड करने के लिए. ऐसे ही ये एग्रीमेंट हुआ था MFA, दैट इज मल्टी फाइबर एग्रीमेंट रिगार्डिंग ऑन January 2005. इट वॉज रिगार्डिंग आर टेक्सटाइल एंड गारमेंट ट्रेड. इसमें कोटा रिस्ट्रिक्शंस थे जो रिमूव कर दिए थे. जो हमारी जो टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री थी दे हैव टू कम्पीट इन द वर्ल्ड मार्केट, एंड हमने अपनी टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री यूरोपियन मार्केट के लिए भी, कंट्रीज़ के लिए भी ओपन कर दी. अब इससे हमारे टेक्सटाइल एक्सपोर्टर्स को भी कंपटीशन फेस करना पड़ेगा वर्ल्ड इन द डोमेस्टिक एज वेल एज आउटसाइड द कंट्रीज. Even WTO extends MFN, that is most favored nation, कि एक कंट्री दूसरी कंट्री को अपना मोस्ट फेवर्ड नेशन बता देती है, and they are able to trade better, they become the better trading partners. शायद you have heard about this term in the news जब इंडिया पाकिस्तान का हुआ था उसके पहले भी, कि अमेरिका हैज़ गिवन अ मोस्ट फेवर्ड नेशन, कि जहाँ पे आप ट्रेडिंग ज़्यादा करते हो तो उस चीज़ के अकॉर्डिंगली आप उस कंपनी को अपना ट्रेडिंग पार्टनर बना देते हो. सो बट WTO के आर्गुमेंट है कि फ्री फ्लो ऑफ कैपिटल एंड लेबर को वो ट्रीटमेंट नहीं देती जो डेवलप कंट्री को फेवर मिलता है, कि हमारी कंट्री से जो लेबर जाता है उनको वो ट्रीटमेंट नहीं मिलती, और अगर वो हमारी कंट्री में अपना लेबर और ट्रेन लेबर भेजें तो शायद हमारी कंट्री में बहुत ज़्यादा वो सक्सेसफुल नहीं होगा. सो कुछ कमर्शियल इंटरेस्ट हैं जो WTO फुलफिल नहीं करता. सो नॉन टैरिफ बैरियर्स लगा के, टैरिफ अगर ज़्यादा भी नहीं लगाते तो नॉन टैरिफ बैरियर लगा के भी डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज अपने जो इम्पोर्ट आ रही है उसको रिस्ट्रिक्ट कर लेते हैं, एंड WTO उन चीज़ों में उनको सपोर्ट करता है. सो ये दिस डिबेट इज गोइंग टिल नाउ बिकॉज WTO इज फॉर्म्ड बाय द डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज ओनली. सो डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज ने इसको फॉर्म किया है, वो इंडस्ट्रियलाइज पहले हुए, तो नेचुरली उनका इस पे होल्ड भी ज़्यादा है और कहीं ना कहीं ये जो पॉलिसीज़ हैं वो फेवर्ड होंगी. बट still this WTO is able to control the international trade as well as the globalization and promoting the globalization. So outsourcing is an outcome of globalization, and to control international trade, promotion of globalization, WTO is playing a major role.